This has to be Kevin Cheveldayoff's best trade deadline ever, I would think, like without a doubt. The Winnipeg Jets acquire Colin Miller in a trade with the New Jersey Devils. They go back to the Devils after acquiring Toffoli. They get Colin Miller for a 2026 fourth round pick. This is a great move for the Jets. It's not a flashy move. You're not giving up a lot of assets. You're getting a guy that's got 8 points in the season, that is a plus 10 on a okay, I guess not very consistent Devils team, and he's just a great guy for that third pairing. Like, this was a great move for Chevy. This is the type of depth move that I wanted to see them make. It's a guy with tons of playoff experience who's been around for a while, who's stable and reliable, that can just kind of go out there and just play the same game shift after shift, and that's exactly what the Jets need on the defensive end. I think that this move will bump Schmidt out of the lineup to becoming the seventh defenseman, which means he'll probably be playing down there with Dylan Sandberg. And again, like, I really like this move. All of his numbers are good, solid numbers. You're only giving up a fourth rounder after getting Toffoli. Like, this trade is great, and I don't think it's bad in any means, and I think that when you look at some of the other defensemen that were available, I think that Colin Miller, honestly, is pretty good. I would rather have Colin Miller on this team in the spot that he's going to be playing than maybe going out there and getting a Dumber or whatever. So at the end of the day, I'm happy that this is the trade that they made, because it's exactly what I wanted to see the Jets do. They went out there and they got that top six really good. I'll even use the word elite, even though I know Tyler Toffoli isn't an elite franchise guy. He's a very good guy. Like, let's be real. This is a guy that's 4 goals away from 30 goals on the season. Like, that is exactly what the Jets need to go out there and get. They do that at a very affordable price. They still keep their second round pick this year. That's Montreal's. So they'll be picking, even though they don't have a first, they'll still be picking probably around 35th, 36th overall in the second round. That's a pretty good selection to be at, especially when you don't have a third. So this move works out really well for the Jets, I think. Like, I really like this move. It helps, with Perfetti as well, because now Perfetti drops down in the lineup. Toffoli is going to help come in and boost things up. And then you're going to have this, stability in the defensive side of things with Colin Miller that I really think is going to help bolster this team up for the run. Let's be real. Like, Logan Stanley is the extra defenseman, not something a lot of us are pretty keen on going into the playoffs. But having Nate Schmidt being the extra defenseman, who's, already been scratched at times in this game and has played, not terribly, considering that, when you look at the analytic numbers, him and Sandberg have been one of the best defensive pairings in the NHL. So bumping Schmidt out to the extra defenseman, bringing a guy like Colin Miller in, I think it's a really solid move for this team overall. It just adds more depth, adds a little bit more tenacity going into the playoffs as well. Colin Miller is a pretty good physical guy that can get down at times. So again, a guy that's been around, knows the deal. I think this is a great move for the Jets. It's everything that I wanted to see them do today, they did. And we're going to be talking a lot more about this breakdown, about everything in a video for tomorrow. But again, I love this trade right now. Just my initial thoughts. I think it really makes a difference. You go out there and you already get Monahan, who's been fitting in great with this team. And then you go out and you get, Toffoli, and then you go out and get Colin Miller. Those are 3 huge ads when you see that every other team the Jets are going to be going out, they made some big ads. And outside of the Vegas moves, I think the Jets had the best trades going into this season, into the deadline. I think Cheveldayoff worked a masterclass. I know people are complaining about that he gave up too much for Monahan in that first, but I don't think so with the way that he's been playing. I think it's all worked out well. Hindsight's 2020. Maybe when that trade went down, we thought it was an overpay, but at the end of the day, if he keeps playing the way he is and producing the way he is, I don't think it was a bad trade at all. So all the moves that have been made were great. This Miller addition to kind of tie things off with a beautiful bow is great. I love it. So at the end of the day, I'm happy. I think all Jets fans should be happy with this. So let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. As always, I love to hear you guys' thoughts on this crazy trade deadline day. Thank you so much for watching. Peace and positivity as always. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Check out all the other affiliate links down in the description below. Have a great rest of your day. Looking forward to that game against Seattle tonight. Go Jets, go! And I will see you guys in the next one.